Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and today I'm doing your regular energy check-in. We're going to be looking at Divine Feminine energy, Divine Masculine, and the energy of the connection at this time. I've also got my Beyond Lemuria deck today, so we're going to be pulling, towards the end, we're going to pull some oracle cards for each twin with some guidance, and at the beginning I'm actually going to start with Wisdom of the Oracle. And after we do the energy check, I'm going to get a sense of what other question is important to ask, and we'll get an answer to that with the tarot as well. Okay, let's get started. Please remember this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, or comment. I'm really looking forward to your feedback, guys. Okay, so we've got, actually let me do two cards. I'm gonna shuffle some more. One for Divine Feminine and one for Divine Masculine. I'm getting that. It is important. So first card will be for Divine Feminine. And of course it flew away, so apologize, I need to pick it up. Alright, and it's come to the edge. Wow, that's exciting. It's number 36. So this is like, it's a card that's kind of associated with the full card in tarot. And coming to the edge, it's number 36 or 9. It may mean something to you. But also 9 is also kind of the edge, right? It's not the end yet, not the 10, but it's 9. It's kind of like you're dancing around the edge. Exactly like she does. And notice that it is a dance. It's also got little red hearts around. So it's dance of love. Now basically what I'm getting here is, don't be afraid to explore new horizons in love. And this doesn't just mean love for your twin flame. It means love overall, love to yourself, love to other people around you, whoever you can share that love with, whoever needs a little bit of your love this moment. It could be some unconventional kind of relationship or a new way of expressing love that you're not used to. But that's the point, right? That's what's giving us development and show us more about who we are. Trying something new and not being scared about any prejudices, because of any prejudices or superstitions that you may have about this specific situation. So calm down your logical brain, right? Some people call it monkey brain, and act with your heart in this case. Divine Masculines, let's get some advice for them. We've got Imagine. That's nice. Number 20 or 2. So they are being asked to create a vision of their life in the nearest future and how they see it so far. But imagine it not like, yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna go on a trip and maybe buy something, right, for Christmas. But more about a vision of a life that you would like to live, that sort of idea. It's more about lifestyle, I'm hearing, rather than something material, some purchases or even people, right? It's more about the feeling of how you want to feel, where do you want to be. And that's going to create some details afterwards. But don't get too hung up on the specifics, because that's what kills good visions and wishes. Right? This is actually more about intention rather than a wish. Okay, let's get started with the main reading. So let's see what we have for the energies, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, and the connection at this time. And please don't forget, they have a different channel with zodiac readings, and I do upload them on a regular basis, so if that's something you're interested in, check it out. Those are love readings specifically, yeah. Alright, got a few major arcanas, including the Hangman. I was just actually thinking about it just a couple of hours ago. Yeah. I feel I'm being drawn into the Hangman state right now. I've got it for my DM actually recently, a couple of times too, that they are in this energy. And I think it's partly driven by the planetary movements and all those retrogrades that we're still having, right? We have like 5 planets in red. Pluto, I think, went direct yesterday, but everybody else, like, there are literally like 5 planets that are in retrograde right now, and they are pushing us to go within, right, and to introspect. But also, of course, it's the specific dynamic in twin flame journey, right? And it's kind of like it changes. Sometimes it's more outward, sometimes it's more inward. I can feel in my personal journey it's more inward now. Like, there's not a lot of communication, but where each of us is more focused on our own thing and growing separately, which is so powerful. I was actually I heard someone speak about that yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I can really concur. Like, maybe a year ago I wouldn't be so excited, I wouldn't feel so good about it, and now I'm like, yes, I have my space, I have my peace, I don't have to get distracted on all this dynamic with my DM, and I can give this time to myself to do it, not even in the I don't want to say comfortably, because a lot of times it's not very comfortable, but at least have enough time, space, and capacity and energy to process it nicely, like to get the most out of it, right? And really develop and grow faster, if you want to look at it that way. So I see a lot of value in it. And of course, this is also the card of the Pisces, so it could be dealing with the Pisces. I would see a couple of other major arcanas. So for you, Divine Feminines, we have 4 of Cups, High Priestess, and the Fool. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or Cancer, but I do love that this is this High Priestess energy in the middle, because this is the quintessential energy of the Divine Feminine, right? This deep knowing. I was just talking about introspection at this time, and this is another card about introspection, about going within, right? It's like the complete opposite of the action. This is this energy of being, of knowing. It's about the state rather than action, and about, when you get this card, about improving on it more, or savoring this time, right? Recognizing the divine in you, that you are this High Priestess. And then, of course, the Fool, to me, is a complete association with this card that we had just now. Remember, I mentioned the Fool, and we got the Fool for you. The 4 of Cups, I'm seeing here that there is a bit of a feeling, a bit of indecision on what to do next on your journey. What is the next step? It's not crystal clear at this point, and you are a little bit concerned and a little bit bored, let's put it that way, because it doesn't seem very exciting, or you're not sure what is going to give you the best of the opportunity in this area. But I tell you what, it's not like, if you stay in this, and I mean, the Fool card actually prompts you to go for the to go for the unknown, to come to the edge, right? Like we saw it. Not to be afraid to actually let the universe catch you, basically. Right? Don't think about it too much. And of course, it depends on your personality, on your astrology chart, on your aptitudes, but a lot of us like to have a plan, right? As any adult, we still live in a world where we like to have a plan, or we like to have that safety and security, that we know where we're going, or that everything's gonna work out, because I still have, to make a living, I need to provide for myself, possibly for other people around me, so it's important. And it's so much harder to get into the Fool energy. But please, please, please give yourself some security, right? So it's not, you're not like throwing everything to the wind. That's not a good plan either. So don't go to the extremes. Have certain security that will give you a roof over your head, you know, give you a living, that you're not gonna be thinking, okay, I may go for it, but then I may, you know, become homeless 2 months later. No, you still need that certain security. Those are our base instincts as human beings. But then over that, don't think about it too much of how big or how small it's gonna be, how successful you're gonna be right away, or it's gonna take time, are you gonna need somebody's help. Just go for the next step intuitively, what you feel is the next step. Or at least stay in the High Priestess energy and expect the unexpected. Okay, Divine Masculines have got 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and 9 of Wands. Yeah, so they're definitely feeling lonely and they miss their Divine Feminine right now. Especially for those, if you resonated with the whole Hangman energy for the twins, which kind of presumed being more secluded and, you know, like each twin doing their own thing in that position. Yeah, Divine Masculines are definitely feeling the separation and feeling lonely. They are feeling a little scared too. And I'm getting it's partly because of the challenges they're facing in their 3D reality, but partly because this moment of silence, or this variety of feelings and emotions that they have during the time of the retrogrades, a lot of cosmic shifts, you know, and this intense growing from the introspection, they are scared because this is not something that they're used to, right? It's very different, and they also have some insecurity about where it's gonna go for them, how it's gonna change their life. Okay, and for the connection we have Knight of Swords, 5 of Wands, and the Hermit card. So it could be dealing with a Virgo. We also know that there is a lot of determination, even with a lot going on in 3D life and other people kind of still being in the mix and distracting the twins consciously or subconsciously, right? Or like directly or indirectly, distracting the twins from the journey. They're having to deal with those because you can't just completely separate yourself from the world. Or most of us can't, I'm hearing. Right? Some of you are lucky to be able to go to the hermit space safely and contemplate and heal and rest, but majority of us still have to deal with all this burdens and errands and people asking questions and needing your help, dependent on you, and a lot of those things. But there is a big determination for the journey I'm getting for this particular connection, that it's so strong that none of the like fears of the unknown, none of the fears or struggles in 3D life cannot move or pull the twins away from the end goal. And of course everybody sees it differently on the surface, but really it's about this connection and about the journey of self, right? It's all connected if you think about it. So if each of you right now is in the Hangman position and focused on themselves and bettering themselves and making changes in their own life separately from the twin, don't think it's selfish. Don't think that there is no connection here. The connection is what's pushing these changes. It's what's inspiring each twin. It's what's inspiring them to be a better version of themselves, also to learn from each other, because that's how we complement each other and we support each other, right? With like leading by example, basically, with our own experiences. And there is this desire to move forward with this. Although it's scary, but there's still a big thirst for it. Okay, let me get, actually it's turned out to be a little longer than I thought. Let me get a Beyond Lemuria card for each of the twin. It's become very spiritual today, very kind of like higher chakra level. Okay, let's get a card for Divine Feminine first. But I think that's why I was guided to get Beyond Lemuria cards. So I don't often use these cards, but I love the deck, but they're very surreal. Heart chakra for divine feminines, unfurling back to love. And you can see a little sigil here. I'm gonna point it to the camera. If you are interested in chakra rituals or in working with sigils, you can use it, and the ritual for working in this case with your heart chakra would be to draw the sigil with your finger in the air 3 times. And then imagine this green energy kind of coming upon you, like raining on you. And that would be, of course, in a kind of meditative state of mind. This is the ritual, the express ritual of working with heart chakra. But of course, go deeper if you're felt guided for it. And divine masculines. So remember, I was talking about, speaking of heart chakra, I was talking about sharing love. And even here we have those hearts, and she's dancing. So yeah, being in that state of love and having your heart chakra awakened is super important right now, both for you and for the divine masculine. Okay, for DMs. I mean, your heart chakra will impact their journey as well. That's what I mean, actually. Okay, just gonna pull one card from the middle. We've got Internal Explorer 32. Let me just read the general definition to make sure that I don't miss anything. So, flow state, accessing infinite information by going within, wisdom from the collective consciousness, channeling, breaking free from limiting intellect, creative boldness, being guided by the divine spark. You already hold the keys. Yes. So that's also that handman energy calling, to go within, to introspect, what we've been discussing here at the beginning. Okay, I hope this has been useful for you guys. Thanks very much for joining me today, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Bye.